2024 has been an incredible year for space exploration, filled with groundbreaking missions, scientific discoveries, and technological advancements. In this video, we'll take a look back at some of the most significant moments that defined this year in space. The Moon was a hot destination in 2024, with several missions making their mark on the lunar surface. Japan achieved a historic first with the successful landing of its SLIM spacecraft, becoming the fifth country to achieve a soft landing on the Moon. Not to be outdone, the American company Intuitive Machines landed its Odysseus spacecraft on the Moon, marking the first commercial lunar landing. And China continued its lunar dominance with the Chang'e 6 mission, returning the first ever samples from the far side of the Moon. But the Moon wasn't the only celestial body in the spotlight. NASA launched its highly anticipated Europa Clipper mission, embarking on a journey to Jupiter's icy moon Europa, a potential haven for life beyond Earth. This mission is equipped to study Europa's subsurface ocean and assess its habitability, potentially answering one of humanity's biggest questions: are we alone? 2024 also saw significant advancements in space technology. SpaceX continued to push the boundaries with its Starship program, flying 4 times total this year and achieving its first ever landing with Starship Flight 5, which still looks unbelievable to me.
We can see those chopsticks now in here.
And speaking of SpaceX, their Falcon 9 rocket broke records with a whopping 132 launches throughout the year, mainly to expand its Starlink mega-constellation. Falcon Heavy also launched twice this year. But SpaceX wasn't the only company making waves in the launch vehicle arena. 2024 saw the debut of several new rockets, including the Ariane 6 and Vulcan Centaur. The Ariane 6, developed by the European Space Agency, is a modular and versatile rocket designed to meet the evolving needs of the space industry. Its maiden flight in July marked a significant step in Europe's space launch capabilities, though it experienced some minor issues. The Vulcan Centaur, developed by United Launch Alliance, is another heavy-lift launch vehicle that promises to be a workhorse for delivering payloads to orbit. It boasts powerful BE-4 engines aiming to provide reliable and cost-effective access to space. Blue Origin was close to launching this year as well. Sadly, the company didn't receive FAA approval in time, but managed to static fire New Glenn on December 28th. And let's not forget Rocket Lab, which had a remarkable year with 16 successful launches of its Electron rocket. This small lift launch vehicle has become a popular choice for deploying small satellites and constellations, contributing to the growing trend of miniaturization in space. Additionally, Rocket Labs made huge progress on their Neutron rocket scheduled to debut in 2025 as well. 2024 saw continued activity in human spaceflight. NASA's SpaceX Crew 8 mission launched in March, sending astronauts to the International Space Station for an 8-month science mission. This mission highlighted the ongoing collaboration between NASA and SpaceX in human spaceflight. In a significant step for commercial human spaceflight, NASA's Boeing Crew flight test launched in June, with astronauts Butch Wilmore and Suni Williams becoming the first crew to fly aboard Boeing's Starliner spacecraft. Although Starliner returned from space without them, this test flight paved the way for future operational missions of the Starliner to the ISS. Speaking of human spaceflight, 2024 saw a unique experiment that brought us closer to a future human mission to Mars. NASA completed a year-long Mars simulation here on Earth, with a crew living in a habitat designed to mimic the challenges of the Martian environment. This ambitious project provided valuable data on the psychological and physiological effects of long-duration space missions and the challenges of living in isolation. While lunar exploration took center stage in 2024, robotic exploration of Mars continued. Notably, NASA conducted the final flight of its Ingenuity helicopter on the Red Planet. Ingenuity's mission ended after the helicopter experienced a hard landing on its last flight, significantly damaging its rotor blades. This technology demonstration mission proved the feasibility of powered flight in the thin Martian atmosphere, paving the way for future aerial exploration of Mars. 2024 was a year of remarkable scientific discoveries. Astronomers made strides in understanding the early universe, discovering dwarf galaxies that formed shortly after the Big Bang. The James Webb Space Telescope continued to provide stunning images and valuable data, leading to new insights into the cosmos. And closer to home, astronomers discovered a record-breaking 4 asteroids just before they entered Earth's atmosphere. 2024 also treated us to some spectacular celestial events. A total solar eclipse swept across North America in April, while Comet A3 became the brightest comet seen in 27 years. As we wrap up this incredible year in space, it's clear that we're entering a new era of exploration and discovery. With continued innovation, collaboration, a new political landscape, and a spirit of adventure, the future of space exploration is brighter than ever before. What were your highlights? Let me know in the comments and see you next year.